Well, hello, everybody. I am so excited to be with you today. I'm actually going live in two groups. So I'm just kind of working on a little technology here uh, to just see. Oh no, setting up your meeting in Facebook Live. Okay, so hello, everybody. My name is Christy Ruffino, and I am still working to get my technology going in the other group. I am very excited to be a standout online member. And oh, it looks like I am streaming live in both groups. So I'm so excited to be here with you today. Um, I am, again, Christy Ruffino, the founder of the Dynamic Professional Women's Network. And for the last 16 years, I've been empowering women and helping them connect in a lot of ways, as well as get more traffic and conversions by using their story as their secret weapon. And I'm actually here in my office. I know I see a lot of people doing different classes, and their office looks so perfect. They have a blank wall behind them. But unfortunately, my office is not perfect. It's a little crazy. You can see there's kind of stuff everywhere. My fish are back there eating. I have a great story about my fish. They were little 10-cent feeder fish that I put in my outdoor pond about 2 years ago. I used to have a really big pond, but then I moved, and then I put a cute little a pond in my front door, or by my front door, and I put these little feeder fish in there. And usually, I did that for my grandchildren, but usually they last a little while and they don't survive. But these silly fish lasted the whole summer. And then I'm in Chicago, and so what we had to do at the end of the year is bring them inside. I didn't want them to become fish popsicles, and so I ended up by buying an aquarium. They got bigger. I had to buy a bigger aquarium, and now 3 years later, I've got some fish in my office, and it's actually kind of fun. They were named after my grandkids named them, and they love kind of feeding them every morning, so it's exciting. But hello, everybody. I can see Jennifer and Melissa and Cynthia and Kimberly all joining in. I have some great things to share with you today. I am a Standout Online member, as well as I am the founder of the DPW1 Dynamic Women of Impact group. And I'm going live in both groups. So if you are in my personal group and you are not a part of Women Helping Women, their community, please check them out on Facebook. I will post the links down below. It's a great community. There's over almost 300,000 women in that group. I've met some great friends. Actually, I was just in Florida about 2 weeks ago now. Oh gosh, I wish I was back. But I was there 2 weeks ago working on my business with another woman that I met in Christina's Women Helping Women group. We were both a part of her Standout Online community, which is really, oh, hey, Cynthia, hi. Great. I'm glad that you're joining us, or joining me, and Faith and Ashley and Beverly. This is going to be so much fun. Well, I was mentioning how I spent the week in Florida with a connection that I made in Christina's group, and we were a part of her. I am a part of her Standout Online program, and that gives me the ability to do these lives in front of all you and help share some valuable information. So I hope you have paper and pen and you're ready to take some notes. I want to make sure that I have my clock on, so I am respecting your time. I'm going to try to talk slower, but I have so much information to share with you that I may have to purposely slow down a little bit, but I want to make sure I get everything in a timely manner. So my goal here is to really help you broaden your perspective on a book and recognize that a book shouldn't be something that you want to do one of these days when you make it big. No, because your book can actually help you make it big. And it doesn't have to be something that's going to drain your time and drain your energy and be a distraction. It can actually be something that's going to help you build your business and make more revenue. So I don't know about you, but that is one of the goals for my business, is to bring more traffic, more conversions, create more revenue, and honestly help more people. And a book can actually do that. So the first thing what I want you to do is really focus on one book. We have a ton of ideas in our brains about the various books that we can write. Well, I know you are, because if you're on the training, that is because this topic was attractive to you. And so you may think you've got a bunch of books in your head, but you're not quite sure which one to do and which one to focus on that will create the most value. And I think one of the biggest things that people do wrong in the book creation process is they work on a bunch of them at one time. So choose one. That is my tip number one, is choose one book. I'm going to show you how to create a master document that's going to be kind of your lifeblood of your strategy for your book. But then you can do the same thing for the other books that you have swirling around in your head. And then if an idea comes to you about that particular book, then you're going to add that information to this master document and then keep it shelved. You know, you want to take all of these other ideas, these little squirrel moments that we have when we come up with little brainstorm ideas, and then get them out of our head, put them someplace that you know they're safe, so you can come back to another time. But right now we're going to focus on one book. And in business, we want to focus on having a how-to book, a nonfiction book, something that's going to really represent our brand and our wisdom. If you're looking to do a fiction book or a children's book, then this training isn't for you. I can help you. I mean, I can help you do that, but this particular training isn't a resource for you to make money. But if you are using a book, or you want to use a book to elevate your brand, create more revenue, and help more people, then what we need to do is figure out how your book is going to fit into that plan. So when we're putting our book together and creating these ideas of what that's going to look like, what I want you to really get clear on is who you want to become known as the expert in, like the queen of. Who are you going to be known as the queen of blank? We tend to, as entrepreneurs, want to cast a wide net and help a ton of people, and we can. We don't necessarily have to say we're only going to help the person that has this problem, but we want to refine our messaging so that it will speak the loudest to the one person that has the biggest problem that you can address and solve. So once we figure out what that is and get clarity around that, what we want to do is create that topic trinity. And what that means is a plan of how we can create a book, how we can create a signature talk, and a signature course or a program, all on that same topic. So you've identified the one topic, so the one book you're going to create, all of the problems you're going to solve, and then the biggest problem that your ideal client has in that topic, and then create that topic trinity for that person. So that is step number 2, define what that is. When you're writing a book, I'm going to give you an example of my book. Now, I'm writing a book to help people create a nonfiction book that generates revenue. And I'm also teaching a class on that. And I go out and speak on that topic. So that is an example of my topic trinity. There are a lot of things I do in my program that go beyond generating revenue. I mean, I go through the whole process of writing and creating a framework and publishing and printing and becoming an Amazon bestseller. I do a lot of things in my course, but my focus is to create a book and have an outcome where your book ends up by making you money. And that's what I'm going to show you. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is for you to create that master document. So hopefully everybody's still there. I'm seeing everybody that's saying hello, hello. So Kira, Cheryl, Sharon, Janine, Erica, welcome. Thank you for joining. I can't honestly see who is in the group, my Dynamic Women of Impact group. My screen is not letting me see that, but welcome all of you. We're going to get to tip number 3, and that is creating your master document. So when you figure out what your topic is, so say mine is book course or book cash creation topic, that is going to be the name of my document. So it's a Microsoft Word document. I'm going to say book course creation master document. That's the title of it. And I'm going to have it be all in capitalizations. And that way, when I'm looking in my files, I can always find it. It's going to stand out. It's titled all in caps, so it's going to just jump out at me. I'm going to use this document for a ton of things. I'm going to tell you a little bit more what's going to be involved in that on the next few steps, but the first thing you need to do is create that master document because it's going to house a ton of information. So step number 4 is let's identify who you're going to help the most. Who you're going to be able to help as a broad spectrum with your book. And this is where you're going to make a list. So on that master document, you're going to write who are you going to help, and you're going to list out all of the people that you could possibly support. The next step in number 5 of this training, and which would be the step number 2 on this document, is to list out how you're going to help them. So this is where you're going to list out all of the ways that you're going to be able to help that person. And that list is going to be big. Now, with me, in my particular case on writing a revenue generating book, I'm going to want to include all of the ways that I can help somebody write a book, from deciding on their topic, from listing the step-by-step plan and how to create the framework of your book, how to organize your thoughts, how to compile stories. Like, I'm going to list every single thing that is relative to the need of my audience or my reader or my client base. And so based on what your book is going to be about, that should be an easy kind of a assignment, is to list out all of those different things. And it's going to be a list that keeps growing. So go ahead and get that titled. So we're going to have who you can help and now how you can help them. And then the third thing on that document is, when do you want to have your book done? Any goal has to have a time frame. Or actually, any goal that's worth having, you need to create some sort of a time frame on when you want to accomplish that goal. So I have a kind of a formula or a process of creating a revenue generating book in a 12-month window. And I'm not going to go through the whole process of what that whole time frame looks like, but whatever you're doing, decide when you want to have your book done and back it up 3 months, because you're going to need 3 months to take that manuscript, get it edited, get it refined, get it laid out in a book, get the cover design, publishing, printing, all of those various pieces. You need about 3 months. Now, of course, it could take longer and it could be done shorter, but that's a good average time. And if you don't know anything about the process, just recognize that you want about a 3-month window to take your raw manuscript and get it finished so it's actually in a book. Now, I don't have my book handy. So just kind of keep that in mind. So back it up 3 months. And then you want to go to the next bullet point on that page, which is why. And why is really important, because if you don't have a big motivator, you're not going to get finished. Writing a book takes a lot of time and energy. But if you have a big enough why and you recognize the value to you and your reader, that's going to motivate you to get it done. And it's going to motivate you to keep going, even though you don't sometimes feel like doing it. Awesome. Hello, Angela. Hello, Amanda, Sheila, Mar, Greta, or Gita, sorry. Welcome. Hopefully that you are up to date. If not, this recording will be available for you to watch at a further time. It will be in either one of the groups for you to be able to kind of watch again at your convenience. So we are on why. We need to have a big motivator. So what I need you to do on this same document in the 4th section is type up a little paragraph of how this book is going to create a transformation in your life and your business. You're going to type that up, and then the next paragraph is going to be a short paragraph on how this book is going to create a transformation in the lives of your readers or your clients. You're going to do that paragraph, and then you're going to summarize each one of them and take the highlights and create a 1-sentence why about each of those topics. And you want it to be short. So you don't want to go on and have like the super duper long run on sentence with all of the reasons why. You want to just take maybe the biggest one of each one of those paragraphs and make 1 sentence. And then we're going to take those 2 sentences and put them at the header of your master document. If you don't know how to do that in Microsoft Word, you just go to the insert and go to header, and then you type or paste in those 2 sentences, and then you hit OK, and then that closes. And the reason why we want to do that is as you are creating your book, which is all going to be done in this master document, at least the foundation of it, you're going to constantly be looking at that header, and you're going to see that header, and you're going to realize this is why I need to keep going. This is why I need to create a consistent schedule where I'm working at least 15 minutes a day. That's it to create your book and to create this whole outcome. When I have my book creation course, I explain how writing is a skill that you have to develop. It's a muscle. And I don't encourage my students to start out with writing an hour a day. That would be overwhelming. They wouldn't do it, and they would get discouraged. But I encourage them to start out writing for just 15 minutes, 5 days a week. It doesn't have to be Monday through Friday. It could be Tuesday through Saturday or Sunday through Thursday. Whatever those 5 days are a week, you need that consistency, and you need to just start out small. And then eventually, if you keep that consistency, that muscle is going to start growing, and the writing process is going to be a lot easier. You're going to start writing a lot better, and you're going to be excited about writing the next day. So that's a little tip. That's kind of a bonus. But you're going to want to add your 2 sentences to your header. You also want to create a footer. In the footer, what you want to do is you want to have the pages on one side, and then on the other side of the footer, you want to have, actually, it's not on here. Okay, I'm going off my topic, but you want to have the page on one side and then your completion date on the other side, because those are 2 important things to help you stay on track. And again, that completion date is when you want your manuscript done, which is 3 months less than the amount of time that you want to be writing your book. So if you want it done in 12 months, then you want to have that completion date 9 months, as of 9 months of today. So then that's number 8 on my training. Number 9 is you need to do market research. Market research is the key to this whole process. It's how you're going to build an audience, create clarity, and now have potential customers when you're ready to launch your book and your revenue streams that are surrounding your book. So you're going to want to ask strategic questions to your community, to communities that you are in. If you're in Facebook groups, whatever, your mastermind groups, you're in a networking group, whatever type of groups that you are in and whatever relationships, potential opportunities you have, you want to ask strategic questions that's going to help you refine the clarity of your teaching points. And it's going to help you recognize the pain points your clients are facing, and you're going to recognize their language around that, because it's really hard for us to speak to our clients and address their pain points when we're coming from our perspective of solution. And your clients don't want to buy the process to get their outcome. They want to buy the outcome. They want to buy the solution that we're providing. They want to provide the transformation that they're going to get as a result of your book and your training. So you want to use their words because their words are what is going to speak to them the loudest. So the market research is going to give you a lot of data, and then you're going to want to take this data and add it to your master topic document. And so you're going to actually create a table now in your document. So the next piece would be to create this table that's going to contain your market research. You're going to want to have 4 columns, and then you could add, say, 20 rows to get started. You're going to have a lot more, but you can keep adding more rows. In the column headers, you're going to want to have a date. You're going to want to have the name link. You're going to have the problem that they communicated, and then the group that you connected with them in. So, of course, the date, whatever date you put that out there. In Facebook, if somebody answers your market research, or if you get on a phone call with them to communicate this market research, you want to connect with them on whatever resource that is. Make sure you're friends, but then you can actually save the link to their profile. You can, like if I meet Shelly Berry Harrison in the Women Helping Women group, I can actually just copy her name, paste it in that document, and it pastes as a link. So in the future, if I want to connect with her, I can just click on her name and it will open up her profile and I can send her a message. So that's a really cool thing. And then the third column where the problem is, you're going to copy and paste her answer, her words in that column. And then the final column, to elaborate more, is you're going to list where you found that person, what group. So as you're communicating, you can recognize, oh yeah, we met in this group. It's just a great way to compile that data and give you as much information that you need to be able to reconnect when your book is done and when you have all these other pieces done. Oh my gosh. All right, so I got to go a little bit faster because we're only on 10 and I've got 16. So now you've got your market research done. You're compiling your data. I want you to next recognize, as I mentioned earlier, that your book should be more than just a book. It should be your topic trinity. This is what you should be speaking on and teaching on in a course or a program. So what we're going to do is talk about your course, because everything that's in your book can easily become one or more courses, just like I'm doing now, or just like the book creation course that I have. When we share our wisdom with our audience, with people that need our help, that creates value for them, and it creates that relationship, that know, like, and trust factor, and it allows you to give them the transformation that they want and that frankly they deserve. So what I'm encouraging you to do is think about creating a course from the content of your book. And then what you're going to do is create a simple course. I would take 8 topics that you're teaching, create a simple 8-week course. Doesn't have to be really complicated, but an 8-week course, and then offer that to your community. So what does that look like? We actually have a process for doing this and going back and rechecking with our people. But basically what you want to do is you want to just communicate to your audience that you're putting together a beta course and you need beta students. And your course is typically going to be X amount of dollars, whatever that looks like. But for your beta students, you're going to offer it at a very reduced price on the condition that they will give a testimonial when the course is done, which will help you with your marketing of your book and your future courses. So when I first did this, when I first did my book creation course, I did it at the beginning of last year, like May of last year, midpoint. And I created a course that was $9.95, and I offered my beta students the ability to take the course for $3.95. And that was the beginning of my revenue generation stream, because I got a few students in that course. They went through the 8-week course with me. They paid me $395. And then they got great results, and they were happy to leave me a testimonial. So that is what I'm encouraging you to do. Now, I did the course again, and instead of charging $395, I charged $1295. And so that created more revenue. And then so basically what you're doing is, after you do that first beta course, you just basically repeat it and refine it. And now, as you're creating your course, you're building more relationships, you're compiling more data, because you're connecting with your students, you're learning where they're stuck, you're learning how to help them better, and it's creating more content for your book. So your course is kind of like market research at the same time. So it's really, really fun and an exciting way to help put all of these pieces together. And so now I'm doing the course, for me particularly, I'm doing it a third time. I found that I'm adding a ton more resources to my course, and I want to keep making it better. And so the third time I'm doing the course, I'm not even so much concerned on what I'm charging. I'm going to be charging more, but I'm going to have more students in it, and I'm recording that course and taking the transcription of my teaching, and that is going to be a ton of the writing for my book. So once I've delivered that third 8-week class, now I've got a ton of a manuscript for me to now work with to refine for my books. I'll have 8 chapters. From those 8, actually I have 12 modules in the course. So my 8-week course has turned into 12 modules. So I'll easily have 12 chapters, if not more. And then for the next 12 weeks, I will work on 1 chapter at a time to refine it, make it better, add stories, just keep working on it and massaging it. So then after the 8-week, 12-week window, my book is completely done, and I've created revenue all along the way as I created my content. So the next thing is to publish and launch your book. One of the things that we help our clients with is to create a really quality book that has great editing, that's laid out beautifully. We've got an amazing cover designer. But one of the things that we help our clients with is get a ton of visibility by writing a chapter in a book. So we have, for the last 8 years, produced a series of books. They're all called Overcoming Mediocrity, where our experts write a chapter that creates a big audience for them that will kind of be the next step in allowing that audience to be interested in their books. So you want to publish it, you want to launch it, and then you want to create a launch funnel for your book. So now your book is done, and you want to be able to still make money with it. You're creating money while you're creating your book, and you're going to keep doing those courses. You're going to keep delivering that information. But now you actually have a recorded course that you did on the second or third trial run of that course. And that can become a online digital course. So your book is done. You're going to have a specific launch funnel around your book topic. And what I do, what I encourage my clients to do, is to give away the book for free. Create a funnel, a dynamic funnel where you're marketing, you may be even doing Facebook ads to get people to get your book for free. They're paying shipping. Once they go through the process of checking out, it gives them the option to, for an additional low price, buy the audio version of your book or the Kindle version or both. So not only are they paying the $7 shipping, but now they're hopefully upcharging and adding another, $12 or $10 for the bumps, the shopping cart things that you're going to add for them to upsell and buy. And then once they go through the process of a checkout, they're going to go to a landing page where you're going to share what your digital course is about and give them the opportunity to become a part of your community of people trying to accomplish the same goal. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You can just sell the digital course. You can create a program that has a Facebook group with accountability and support. There's a lot of different ways you can create a revenue generating program, but that book is going to be the catalyst that draws in the traffic and gives you the opportunity to create these additional income streams that are way more than you would ever make by a single book sale. When I sell a book on Amazon, I make about $5 in a royalty check. It's not a whole lot. I'm never looking to become rich by selling my book, but my book is the traffic magnet that will bring people to me that I can help and allow me to give them the opportunity to work with me more. And I think that's it. Those were all 16 topics. I know I ran through them very fast, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you a ton of meat in this training that would help you get a good plan, maybe expand your mind on what's possible with a book. Again, just get really clear on your focus and stay focused on that for the next 12 months in your business. Create a really good, profitable revenue model on that. And stay focused. Just keep doing it. Keep delivering value. Blog about it. Do Facebook Lives about it. Just do whatever you can to continue to share your wisdom on that topic. And then I promise you, you're going to become known and you're going to become the go-to person in that niche. And then people are going to be coming to you. You're going to be more magnetic instead of going out and chasing down clients. So in the comments below, please ask any questions you have. I am going to come back in the next few days and answer them. I have it, not tomorrow, tomorrow's Sunday, but later today, and then on Monday I will continue to come back, answer any questions you have, as well as in the comments on this training, I have a challenge that's coming up, a 12-day challenge that is going more specifically on creating a profitable brand. So make sure you join that challenge. Also join my Facebook group. I actually put a link as well to our Overcoming Mediocrity project. If you want to have a book but realize that it's going to take you 12 months and you want some of those results quickly as from being an author, our Overcoming Mediocrity clients get great results. And not only do they get a ton of exposure, but we are able to hit we've been able to hit number one with all of our books on the very first day, which allows us to, or allows our authors to position themselves as Amazon best-selling authors. So that's all I have for today. Again, this is Christy Ruffino, the founder of the Dynamic Professional Women's Network. I am here from Chicago, and I look forward to helping you on your brand creation journey by using your book as one of the pieces of that element to create revenue and build your area of expertise. So thanks so much, and I will see you in one of the groups. Bye-bye for now.